The robbers began confiscating the hostages' phones and taking photos of them, likely to be used as leverage in future negotiations. At the same time, they rigged bombs on the emergency exit doors and disabled all surveillance cameras inside the tunnel, ensuring that no one could monitor their movements from outside. The police were combing through the limited camera footage they had when they spotted two figures running out from another lane. These two men turned out to be maintenance workers who had been hiding in the maintenance tunnel during the attack. But as soon as they emerged into the open, the robbers spotted them. Before they could even react, they were mercilessly gunned down. The tension was palpable, and the stakes had never been higher. At this critical moment, the police and the terrorists engaged in an intense gunfight, both sides exchanging firepower, testing each other's limits. The tunnel echoed with the sounds of bullets and chaos. The police quickly tried to de-escalate the situation by calling the emergency contact line inside the tunnel, hoping to negotiate with the terrorists. To their dismay, the gang leader, Ben, answered the call and coldly stated that he had no interest in negotiating with the police. He wanted to speak to only one person, Andy, the man who had betrayed him years ago. Andy, still bearing the weight of his undercover past, had no choice but to walk into the tunnel and face Ben. Once inside, Andy was met with a brutal beating at Ben's hands, a twisted reunion between former allies now turned enemies. After the beating, Ben ordered one of his henchmen to bring over a wealthy-looking hostage, adorned with expensive jewelry and exuding the aura of someone high up in society, a CEO or chairman, no doubt. Ben handed Andy a gun and commanded him to kill the man. But Andy was still a cop at heart. He couldn't bring himself to follow such an order, no matter how dire the situation. Seeing Andy's defiance, Ben revealed the true extent of his plan. He had planted 1,000 kilograms of C4 explosives in the tunnel. His demand was simple but terrifying. Andy was to return to the authorities and have the government buy back the Western Harbor Tunnel within 2 days. If the demand wasn't met, he would start killing hostages and blow up the Red Tunnel. He also demanded that Andy bring his captured brother, Bobby, to see him. Reluctantly, Andy agreed to bring Bobby, but only on the condition that Ben release 100 hostages. After some thought, Ben agreed, but with a chilling ultimatum. If Bobby wasn't brought to him by midnight, he would kill a hostage every 10 minutes. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Red Tunnel, constructed in 1969 at a cost of over $300 million, was now a critical piece of infrastructure. If the tunnel were destroyed, the port waters would become murky, with sand and debris taking at least 6 months to settle. The economic impact on the city would be devastating for years to come. As the clock ticked down, the police made a startling discovery. A website named Robin Hood Operation had appeared, and the terrorists had uploaded photos of hundreds of hostages, broadcasting their plight to the world. For the sake of the hostages, the police reluctantly agreed to bring Bobby to Ben. But Bobby had changed. Since his capture, he had vowed to turn over a new leaf and live a better life. When the police informed him that he would have to face Ben, Bobby broke down in fear, insisting he didn't want to see his brother.